Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Roma in Football Manager 2019. I'm Ater, and today we stand in front of one of the toughest challenges we ever had in this series. We will be playing PSG away in the Champions League, the first knockout round, and yeah, it's just basically going to be very, very difficult. Since last episode, I played 2 games. We managed to beat Udinese in the Italian Cup, and we managed to and that's the first leg. Is going to be a second leg, and we managed to win the Super Cup final versus AC Milan. This really came with a really costly prize, as you can tell. It went to penalties. It's only been 2 days rest between these 2 games. So even though, of course, I rested most of the players that were going to be starting the PSG game, some of them come on as subs, like in the 70th minutes, and then it went on and on and on and never ending in extra time. And also, you can tell the goal scorer here was one of those subs. And today I'm using a special formation that I haven't used before, and he was kind of one of the key players because he's the only lad that's natural in that position. But Morilla picked up an injury, so yeah, it came with a really costly price. And as you may know, that sometimes when I do Champions League games when it's 2 legs, I do both of them in the same episode. But that just won't happen today because there's far too many games here that we need to go through. So, I mean, just playing since the Juve game has taken me like an hour or 2, and it's going to be a few more hours before I get to the second PC game. So probably won't be able to do that in 1 day's recording because I'm a pretty slow Football Manager player, and I do a lot of things like scouting players, looking at tactics and so on. And talk about tactics, this is the way we're going to start. A way we haven't played before ever in this series. We are playing without a striker. Because we know PSG are playing at home, they're probably going to be huge favorites. We need something special here. And this is it. All the way back in Football Manager, I think it was 16. Actually, for the first time in my Football Manager history, tried a formation like this without any strikers, and it worked really, really well. But I haven't played it before, and I haven't played it offers, so this will be our first try to see what effect we can have. But as I said, Morilla would have been unnatural here because he's the only one that's unnatural in this position of our normal strikers. And yeah, of course, Upamecano's still injured. Pellegrini, the left back, has picked up an injury, out for about 2 weeks. And that's the current situation. I think we've talked enough. I think it's football time, and yeah, please, yeah, away in the Champions League. Can't get much bigger than that, can it? Here is the PSG team we can see here. Of course, they have a Neymar, and yeah, this is going to be interesting. And of course, since I have never used this formation before, I'm not really certain what instructions would work the best. Right now, I'm starting with a gegenpress, but it's very custom made. I've changed a lot of things from the default gegenpress, but I have no idea if it's going to be the right one. We might change things around early going, maybe trying to control or going counter attack or something. Because yeah, this is an experiment, and you are here to watch it live. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I haven't even started the game, and I'm already nervous. So I think we need to start the game. This is such a huge game for us, and it's such a difficult one because you know how desperate I am for a success in the Champions League, and that could have been a brilliant spot, but it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, you know how desperate I am for success in Champions League, and I wasn't happy when I saw the draw that we got PSG because I was hoping for a little bit of a maybe easier opponent. But as I said in the previous episode, you need to beat every team if you are going to be able to win Champions League. So we might as well get them right here, right now. Here is Higuain back for Pereira for Florenzi. And of course, great chance, really good chance. But clearly, Florenzi might not be the player I would have picked as my first choice to get into that situation. But I'm glad that we are creating things and not PSG. But since I said that, we're probably going to end up having to regret my words. Here's Tonali. Pereira, the highlight still goes on. It's the same highlight. And here is Higuain! And just outside the post. So 2 really, really good chances in one highlight. Now the clock just starts ticking away. Look at statistics though. They haven't created a single chance. Maybe we're onto something now. Maybe. No, I shouldn't get cocky because you know this game makes me cry in this Neymar with a free kick. Come on, lads. Focus, focus, focus. It would be devastating if their first shot, their first chance in the whole game is a goal. This feels so frustrating. They haven't had a single chance. And they get one highlight. And that happens. Neymar for Seoul. And time for me to basically start crying. Something happens though. ASAP from kickoff. Can we bounce back ASAP, or will the nightmare continue? Here is Florenzi. Maybe he can get an assist this time. Here's Arp, and here is Alberto Moreno. And he doesn't score very often. He gets a few assists now and then, but this is actually his first goal of the season. And talk about important goal, scoring away in the Champions League. Everybody knows how important those away goals can be in the Champions League. Can really like be the deciding factor, getting a goal in the away leg, and probably one of the most important goals of Alberto Moreno's career, most likely. Looking at statistics, they're still dominating things, but they are creating a few chances. Clock clicks and ticks and ticks. We're getting closer and closer to halftime. 2 minutes of extra time. And just waiting for ref to blow the whistle. Okay, this is a really... Look at statistics, it's a really good first half. Not glad that they took the lead, that they haven't managed to score since we more or less dominated things. But still, this is a very good first half. Now, that was a question, what do we want to tell them? Because we don't want them to start slacking. We don't want them to think everything is won. Let's say something that's positive, but still, like, keeps them focused. Maybe like this. It's time for everyone to dig in and give everything it got left tonight. If it deserves to win this match, so go on and do it. And kind of, well, not many people cared. Let's talk to a few of them individually. I felt it was a good option. I felt we should have gotten some better reactions, but yeah, we managed to fix that one with individual talks. And they make an early sub here, bringing in Virati already at half time. Looking at statistics, oh, they created a lot of chances there, like in basically the same second, they got like 3 chances. But since that, nothing. Clock just ticks away. We are getting one here. Not much going on at all in the second half, and I'm kind of okay with it. We don't need to stress anything right now. This is not a bad result for us. This is a pretty decent one. Pretty good, actually. Just thinking here, what do we want to do? Higuain is tired. I think we're going to replace him. Bring in, who is the question? Let's try Nicolas. Let's see how he likes it to be in this position. Like everybody else, he's kind of not loving it, but I don't care. This is we are doing well. Still have 2 subs left. I think we're gonna go for the subs here. So Lorenzo Pellegrini haven't been great. He's getting tired. Let's bring in Cristante, and let's we might as well go for another sub. Pereira's been really good. Just gonna keep him on. Tonali decent. What do we do? What would be the greatest effect we can get? I think Tonali, even though he's playing pretty well, let's give some fresh legs onto the pitch here, so we know he's going to be working hard. Clock just ticks away. Second half. Neymar out with an injury, and now let's just, well, this is such a long time. And of course, as I get a little bit cocky focusing on the injury, this happens, and we are clearly going to be attacking here. I'm still not going to go crazy. This is not a bad result for us, but I was meant to say was like, it wouldn't be bad for us if Neymar picked up an injury and missed the second leg, but then I realized that it's going to be like a month until the second leg, so he will most likely be back in business. Let's go to replay here. They are talking about side, but no, clearly it's no offside. This landed, but he's not involved. Show some passion. Come on, show some passion. Extra time. Arp has picked up a knock. We can't do anything. We don't have any sub left. Moreno with a throw in, but ref will probably blow the whistle quickly, guys. And, well, this is okay result. It's frustrating considering that we created more chances than them, both shots and on target. We had the possession even though we weren't playing possession based. A lot of good things here. It's just they basically had 2 highlights and scored 2 goals. I feel like a draw would have been a much fairer result. But football is not fair. Football is about scoring goals, and clearly we didn't score enough. But I still feel like this puts us up for a situation where we actually have the chance to knock out PSG in the second leg. It won't be easy. We need to stay focused. We can't take anything for granted. But I would say we have the chance to keep the Champions League dream alive. And yeah, that's all I care about, because we are very, very desperate to take 3 points in the Champions League. We are willing to do anything for it. But I'm rambling off too much now, talking too much. As always, this is it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.